We went to see the Arana Gulch Bridge, and then we worked on a list of supplies and if we had any questions about the project. We did research on the Brooklyn Bridge in Mr. T's class, and in Miss Richards' class, we got in our groups for the Popsicle Bridge, learned how to sketch a bridge, and how to see if a bridge had a high tension and compression. In Miss Wader's class, we kept on working on the aerial inside sketch of a truss bridge, and in Mrs. Selk's class, we got an introduction of the Brooklyn Bridge. In our group, we worked on how big our model would be, but we had a hard time trying to find out how big the scale would be. In Mr. T's class, we kept on working on analyzing the two articles on our bridge. In Miss Richards' class, we started drawing our model of the Popsicle Bridge. Then, in Miss Wader's class, we reviewed proportions to help us on the scales. And in Mrs. Selk's class, we learned on why the Irish immigrated to America. In our groups, me, Hannah, and Sasha worked on who would bring what supplies and kept on working on the scale. In Mr. T's class, we wrote a letter to someone who was important on a bridge that was falling apart. I wrote mine on the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge. In science, we were finally able to start building our Popsicle Bridge. In math, we reviewed more on proportions and how it would help us on the scale. In social studies, we learned of the discrimination and stereotypes that were set against the Irish. In algebra, we did a bunch of geometry problems that had to do with area. In Mrs. Selk's class, we edited our documentaries. Me, Hannah, and Sasha worked on the step-by-step process, and we were able to finish the whole math side to the whole bridge project. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. That day, we built the bridge, and even though it wasn't the best looking bridge or most stable bridge, we were proud of it because it had the Batman flag on it, and that was like the best thing of our whole bridge. And we put a lot of effort into it. And after we finished the project, we threw it in the dumpster, and that was the most fun we had in the whole thing, even though we did have a lot of fun of building the model. And yeah, that's our model of the bridge, and just ignore the leaning tower. So yeah, that's it.